don't know exactly if that's true because it was certainly something that they're working on. It would imagine, I don't think anyone made it up. It sounded like him. He's a great man, by the way. He's a tremendous guy. But as a justice, he's just fantastic. And you have some great ones up there now. But we have to find out what that means. And is somebody going to do something about it? Are they going to try and change it? Is it real? Nobody really knows, and they don't know who leaked it. I will say the leak was a terrible thing. You're just not used to that for the Supreme Court. We see it so much leaking in our world, in your world, in my world. And although not so much now, it's very interesting. You know, you try and cover those leaks, but you've never seen it, or they've rarely seen it in the Supreme Court. It was very shocking, I think, that so much is riding right now that somebody that's running for office before you have the election, I think you have to take a test and you have to be sharp. When I look at what you're dealing with, I know them all, I know every leader, they're at the top of their games. I mean, some are nice, some aren't nice, some are vicious, and they're all smart. And you cannot be like we are now. This war in Ukraine should have never happened. 100% would not have happened with me. And I decided to take one because the fake news was having fun no matter what you did. And I took one, and you know, it was an amazing thing. They now call me a dictator and other things, but they don't call you stupid because I aced it. And you got to ace it. You got to do well. If you're going to be president, and you know the Chinese system, you start from very young, and it's like a big pyramid. And the smartest guy gets to the top. It's sort of an amazing system, okay? Nothing I recommend strongly, but you know, you're dealing with these people that are top of the world, top of the game. And I watched what happened in Europe, and I watched the decisions that I made, and you watch the news conferences, and this country's going to hell, just so you understand. This country's going to hell. Between the border, between the Afghanistan removal, the way we got out, giving the Taliban $85 billion worth of weapons, you know, they're now the #1 munitions seller in the world. Did you know that? #1 in the world. They're selling the stuff we gave them. And we fled. It was like we fled. Not one soldier was killed in 18 months. I spoke to the leader. I said, don't do it, in a very strong way. I said, don't do it. Abdul. He said, don't do it, Abdul. But we had 13 soldiers killed. We had many horribly injured. And, you know, nobody ever talks about them. They lose legs and they lose arms and beyond that, and nobody talks about them. No, I think having a test is a very cooperative, and it's no good anyway, because who knows who this person is, but they picked a person that would be the last choice of certainly a certain party, and actually probably of both parties, because most people believe it's called free speech. You have to have free speech. So I think that it's not even believable that we're talking about this subject, if you want to know the truth. Who would have believed that we're talking about somebody that's going to censure people over a long period of time, and very strong. Now they're saying, oh no, it's just a recommendation. That's where it all began. I guess that's what they used to say in Russia. That's what they said in the Soviet Union, right? We're just going to do it a little bit. No, we can't do that. We can't do that. That's a horrible thing.